Silêncio no estúdio.
Good morning to all. I am very honored to be participating of the World Hydrogen Energy Summit 2022. And I would like to say I'm very happy to join you all, mostly Mr. Garg, who has been so supportive for our participation in this event, Mr. Mazumdar, Mr. Ralston from Canada, my dear friend Rama Kumar, Mr. Bushan, and also Mr. Razdan. I believe that the participation of Brazil is one of these symbolic situations in which we show how close our two countries are in the area of energy. We are very aware of the importance and of the future that hydrogen presents, especially green hydrogen. It is an essential factor, in our opinion, like in India's, for the world's energy transition. As everybody knows, and I hope everybody knows, most of Brazil's energy mix is renewable, especially thanks to the use of hydroelectric power and also a very important participation of biofuels in the transport sector. I'm not going to get into details because today we're talking about hydrogen. But we have also, apart from all these renewable credits, we have also a very important production of natural gas that has been allowing us to produce blue and turquoise hydrogen. Therefore, we have a big interest in inserting Brazil as a competitive actor in the hydrogen production. Thus, we want to have an ample strategy, and we want to value the various colors of hydrogen. And we call it, obviously, a rainbow hydrogen strategy. In 2020, the National Energy Plan highlighted hydrogen as a technology with enormous potential on decarbonization, as well as other uses for the energy sector in Brazil. This plan mandated the creation of an appropriate regulatory system to promote the full hydrogen production chain in Brazil, also having in mind international institutions and regulations. As a result, Brazil has published its Hydrogen National Program, released this year in 2022, with 6 main axes: strengthening the scientific and technological capabilities. The second axis is capacity building. The third, strategic planning. The fourth, regulation. The fifth, the growing market and competitiveness. And the sixth, international cooperation. Moreover, there are many ongoing projects on making hydrogen from biofuels and its residues. According to the study by the Brazilian Biogas Association, ABIOGAS, Brazil has the potential to produce 20,000 tons per day of hydrogen from biomethane, or 7 million tons per year. As many of you already know, ethanol has been used for 4 decades in Brazil as a fuel. In fact, we have a mix higher than 20% of ethanol for the last 40 years. And we have not faced any issues in terms of negative impact on fuel efficiency or vehicle lifetime. The progress of our technology in this area has been astounding, and we are very, very happy that we are cooperating with India for its own program. The technological novelties reached 20 years ago a very important step, which were the flex fuel engines. So we have 20 years of experience of vehicles that work with any quantity of mix of ethanol in the gasoline. And in Brazil, we only have 2 types of fuel when you go to the pump. Either gasoline with 27% ethanol or 100% ethanol. Today, the flex fuel cars have conquered the trust of the consumers. And with our production of cars, around 2.5 million cars a year, 94% of the cars produced in Brazil are flex fuel. According to scientists, because as you know, I am not an expert in that, it is a type of biomass with a high hydrogen content. Each ethanol molecule has 3 hydrogen atoms for each carbon atom. Raízen, the leading second generation ethanol company in Brazil, and the University of São Paulo, USP, are developing together the conversion of ethanol and its residue, called vinasse, into hydrogen. The conversion of ethanol to hydrogen would be made through fuel cells inside the motor of a vehicle, being cheaper, lighter, and demanding less minerals than electric batteries. For example, an electric car has 600 kilos for the batteries, so the weight of the batteries. The equivalent of this energy in ethanol would be 27 kilos. It is also possible to use the readily available Brazilian infrastructure on ethanol to speed up the hydrogen use. Throughout the national territory, the more than 42,000 gas stations would not need any adaptation to supply ethanol to the fleet powered by green hydrogen. Moreover, there are already important green hydrogen plants under construction in Brazil, most of them near ports, also using wind and solar power. As an example of Brazilian company, Unigel is building a US 120 million project of a green hydrogen plant in northeast Brazil, in Camaçari, in Bahia. Brazil is also very interested in promoting exchanges between Brazilian research and development institutions and other international education centers focused on innovation on hydrogen. I hope many of these participating in this meeting will contact us. Brazil believes that cooperation with other countries is a way to further and accelerating the development of hydrogen production, making it more affordable and accessible. Since Brazil and India are deeply committed to energy transition, I hope we can also bring together our efforts in this area. Brazil and India already have extensive collaboration in biofuels. Both countries have synergies in becoming world leaders in the production of green hydrogen. I hope I was able to share a brief review of the Brazilian position on the future of hydrogen. The Embassy of Brazil in New Delhi is always open to those who want to share the possibilities of collaboration in this important emerging sector. Thank you very much, and all the very best for today.